All right, hello and welcome once again to the HBC B-Movie, brought to you by Winona locally owned and operated Domino's Pizza. I'm Landon Evanson alongside Derek Hart to bring you your monthly dose of Velveeta, and believe me, we have an entire block of would-be cheese for you tonight. We scored Danny Trejo for a B-Movie Banter interview, so we're left with no choice but to select a flick whose main character was as badass as Trejo himself. So we went with Street Fighter, starring Sonny Chiba, and I think we made the right call, don't you?
Oh yeah, we sure did. I mean, for starters, this movie is pretty over the top. All the fight scenes, deaths, dialogue, and Chiba's facial expressions make this movie a riot. I mean, there's plenty of instances where they come up with some crazy decision making, and I'm not sure what kind of process they use to draw to their conclusions, but I'm pretty sure it involves crayon. And I mean, all jokes aside, the fighting in this movie is pretty great. It seems ridiculous at times, but as a fan of martial arts movies, I really enjoy this one. It's a lot of fun to watch, mainly because it's cheesy in all the right ways.
Right you are, which brings us to the Joe Bob Cephas B-Movie totals. We have 15-ish dead bodies, 1 inspiration for the Ecto-1, 1 lazy Susan, 1 vomit-inducing punch, V8 is blood, congestion foo, Confucius foo, X-ray foo, dismemberment foo. Isn't that mean and nasty? It's 1974's The Street Fighter, and it gets 3 stars. Roll it. All right, along the way, don't forget to keep an ear out for the name of the well-known Japanese gang that doesn't require a definition, but they offer one up anyway, for your chance to win a medium 2-topping pan pizza from Winona's locally owned and operated Domino's Pizza. So what to look for in this first segment? The Matrix meets Harry Manfredini's Friday the 13th soundtrack, a Happy Gilmore-level girlfriend drove off a cliff death announcement, a dude whose voiceover sounds like Larry David as George Steinbrenner, and a mean and nasty Fats Domino trying to mount Blueberry Hill. Derek, what would you add for the good viewers out there as we embark on this journey?
Well, for those of you that don't know, this movie is dubbed over, meaning their mouths aren't going to match up with the dialogue. Right. I mean, I know you had trouble with that before.
Yeah, there was a little story back when I worked at the local newspaper here. I'd gone down to Gabrick Park to cover a Cotter High School baseball game. About midway through the game, somebody comes up from the community and says, you know, I'm trying to be a good community member, watch the B-movie and all that, but there's something wrong with the audio on the new movie. I said, oh, all right, well, was it spiking? It's too low? What is it? Or it's mumbled? We can fix that. And he started, well, the mouths just aren't matching up with what they're saying on the screen. And it occurred to me, this is a Japanese movie voiced over in English, so, you know, I said, well, I'll look into that, sir. And if you're watching out there, thanks for still watching. Sorry, but that story was too good to not tell. So, all right, enough out of us. Remember that our B-Movie Banter interview with Danny Trejo will appear in our 3rd segment, but right now, it's Chiba Time. Roll the Street Fighter.
He's a karate man, sir. A mean bastard. From Okinawa. And in his karate matches, he's killed 7 men so far.
He must think he's Bruce Lee. He refuses to talk with his lawyer, the priest, anybody.
Number 1820, execution at 10 a.m. So be ready. Understand? I'll be ready.
A little time remains. I brought a visitor, as you'll see. This gentleman is a well-known Buddhist priest. He belongs to the Buddhist League.
He's here to save your soul. He visits all the jails in the country. You have a younger brother and sister, don't you? Are there any last words you want to leave for them?
I have no use for fists.
I'll speak to this priest, though, if you leave me alone with him.
Well, all right. You'll be given 5 minutes. Handcuffs.
A priest who does karate. The Shirito school? Or Nahate? You know who I am, no doubt. Junjo, the last of the real Okinawa fighters. In my day, it used to be kill or be killed. Today, it's only a child's game. I wish there were that time. To have a match with you. That I might crush you till your heartbeat stops. My heart is time. Don't move, Junjo. You'll be unconscious soon through lack of oxygen. It's an ancient technique. And oxygen coma. That means you're a Daioku school member. I owe nothing to any school. Relax. You'll soon see your body goes numb. Perhaps you and I one day can hold a death match. And you can make the whole thing possible. You must hold on 10 more minutes. I'm dead certain that you can do it. Yes, that's it. Now stand up.
Find us up.
Yes, he has some pulse, but is very faint. He should be sent along to a hospital immediately.
Warden?
You're a lawyer. What must I do? Has there ever been a similar case?
There's nothing to do other than stay the execution. He must be hospitalized. It's quite clearly stated in the code that any time a prisoner is taken ill, he has to be treated.
What's going on? Run! Run! I got you. All right.
There you are. I know you. We made it. I told you. Get it.
Despite all efforts by the police to solve the mysterious kidnapping, apparently no trace has been found of the prisoner or the ambulance that was taking the prisoner to the hospital. It
I
has
bet I've
not
been good
been
on TV.
determined if it was part of an organized plan or a bizarre coincidence. Meanwhile, eyewitness reports differ as to the number of abductors or ambulance hijackers.
Those idiots.
If the motive for the incident was to rescue the prisoner who was scheduled to be executed at 10 a.m. yesterday, police and prison authorities are puzzled in that the dates and times of execution are not generally published. And moreover, the would-be rescuers would have had no way of knowing the prisoner had been taken ill and was being taken to the
My
hospital
chicken.
for emergency treatment.
Lunch is ready.
By police
It's a really
authorities,
delicious
however,
chicken, American-style
the hijacking
roast.
of an ambulance
Not again.
is as unlikely
Get me something
as
else.
the sole
Say,
explanation
Chuck,
for the
I
events
think you ought to be
which took place
grateful
only minutes
when I
after
stand
the
all day
ambulance
sweating
left
over a hot
yesterday
stove.
morning. The police are
Oh, I'm
continuing their
stuck home
search,
while you're
and
out
prison
having
officials
fun.
promise a thorough investigation.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Meanwhile, on the
Madam
international
Butterfly?
Jay Hammett, the Malaysian tycoon, is dead in Cairo. President of the Baranara Oil Company, and said to be the third largest oil producer in the world, Hammett was pro-Japanese, and it is feared his death may result in a great loss to Japanese oil-dependent industries. He is survived by his daughter Sarai, heiress to the Hammett fortune, which is estimated at close to $1 billion. At the present time, Miss Hammett is completing her studies here in Japan. Mr. Hammett's death occurred late last night. It is not known whether or not Miss Hammett has been informed of it.
Oh. What do you want? I did what I was supposed to do.
Where's my brother? Is he all right?
Where is he? We'd like to see if he's all right.
That wouldn't be easy. In this country, you can't hide an escaped convict.
Then he's gone away?
On his way to Hong Kong by now. He's well and safe. Pay me the rest.
Not until we can see him.
No, don't! Listen to me! We have no more money. The 3 million yen we advanced was all we could raise. It's the truth. We need more time to pay.
All right, but I'll need some collateral. You'll make out on the streets.
I'm warning you not to touch her. See here, I'm honest. I'll pay what I owe. We had to rescue her brother. You can understand that.
I'm not in this for nothing. Get out! I despise people who don't keep their promises. So, that's what you call karate, eh? You had enough? We had a deal. I don't like promises that aren't kept.
Kendall, sorry, your niece is waiting.
Uncle, how are you?
Sorai, I'm sorry. I've news of your father. He's dead. He died in Cairo.
Oh, no. It's not true. I just had a letter saying that he was well and that he'd see us next month. Oh. Oh. Poor father.
Sarai, you must fly home right away. I'll get your ticket.
No. She'll not go home for the time being.
Oh, but I must go.
Sir, I trust Mr. Jadot. He will be coming to take you home.
Now look, Sarai. Look here. Jadot called to tell us. Your father wasn't all that well lately. It was a stroke. You understand. You inherit the Baronara Oil Company, as no doubt you already know. Now,
Legally, I'd say there's absolutely no question as to ownership. Only, you're going to be surrounded with vultures.
Terry, I'm sure you're the meanest guy in the world. And one to whom money means everything. Not a man to waste time, I know. The girl you're selling is a beauty. So, here are your 3 million yen.
Get it, bitch! Shut up! I'll show you a good time. Grab! Hold her down! Here! Get her! You get it! Come on! Down. I'm gonna show her a good time. Grab! Here, take it! Oh, hold on! Baby, do it! No.
I want to ask you for a favor. I've been looking for you. That prisoner in the ambulance. You did it, huh?
Let's get on with what you want.
I'd rather discuss that over dinner. I've reserved a room at the Shanghai because there's some people I'd like you to know. This is Miss Yang and Mr. Liang from Hong Kong. Terry Surugi.
Nice to meet you.
Do sit down.
I have heard a great deal about you and your reputation. You can do things that nobody else dares to do. Isn't that right?
Skip the flattery. What do you want me to do?
Or to kidnap that girl. She is well protected. Her uncle, Masaoka, and his whole school of fighters are on the job. This requires a man just like you. Someone extraordinary. Would 6 million yen interest you?
I want 60 million. You put a third of that up now.
Now, look here. Why, that's unheard of.
Mass Walker's a very rough customer.
My company could indeed agree to pay this tremendous sum. But until we get the hammered girl, trusting you is up to them.
And who trusts you? Without trust, there's no way we can work together. See you around.
Wait a second.
See here. We told you our plans in complete confidence. It's a little bit late to just get up and go. Oh. You bastard!
I see, so you're with the Yakuza. A notorious Hong Kong assassination ring. You get around, it seems. Is Tokyo in your territory now? Rumor has it you're backed by a subsidiary of the Mafia. They're behind the Yakuza. So, Mataguchi, you're their representative here. But our kind won't talk a lot. We trust each other. And so good night, and thank you.
Mataguchi, better not.
We must. I can't tell you how dangerous he is to us. Since he knows our secret, he has to be killed.
All right, but not here. Leon! You attend to him.
Yes.
You better go faster. Get your legs higher. Higher and lighter. Higher and lighter. Who? Who? And again, who? 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 Who?
So I'm to die because I know who it is that controls the Yakuza here. Isn't that mean and nasty? Mean and nasty. You see what fun this is? It's going to get really exciting. I know what to do now. They've made it clear. You tell that bitch who sent you here how sorry I am I can no longer be her friend.
Time for the Excel Images portion of the program. Excel Images, providing creative solutions to excel your image, your business, your event, your team. This month's product is the exquisite sports bottle. Never lose your beverage container with this ID bottle, where you can write your name on this designated space. Simply ink your name on the property label. It has easy grip to grab on the run. A screw-on lid with sipper straw. It's BPA free. I don't even know what that means. It holds 26 ounces, and though it only comes in the color you see here, it can include your team logo. And with that, the Excel Images Caption Contest. Offer up your caption of this little gem right here to bmovie@hbci.com, and whoever makes us spit out whatever beverage we're sipping out of this sports bottle will get a B-Movie Flex Fit cap, red, black, blue, or green, delivered right to your door. So we have one segment under our belt. Tell me you're not already fully immersed in the greatness of this movie. What should people expect from the next nugget of Chiba?
Well, he's about to head off to the karate dojo where he has a plan that involves fighting their sensei, Mean Gene Ockerland. Not sure what that has to do with anything, but I guess Sonny has to start somewhere, right? And we also get an appearance from Kenny Blankenship from MXC, Don't Get Eliminated. This movie is just full of cameos. I mean, we also find out that Chiba's not only mastered fighting, but has also mastered the art of flying, as he seems to have more hang time than an NFL football. And remember, unless you're bleeding on the outside, you're gonna be fine. It's just internal bleeding.
Yeah, at one point a killer shows up and Derek actually says, "What is that guy's deal?" Care to elaborate on that one?
I mean, the guy has light blue hair. Like, light blue gray hair and frosted tips like out of the 90s. And I think the last time I saw frosted tips, Justin Timberlake was still part of NSYNC. He looked like he dunked his head in like a 10-gallon bucket of LA Looks hair gel and like decided, yeah, I'm keeping this.
Yeah, it's a good look for him. How do I top that? I don't. So keep an eye out for the Japanese Polly Walnuts, warning of Czechoslovakians and interior decorators. An Obi-Wan moment, always remember busting out the chucks on Sonny Chiba is a bad idea. And there's a character named Kingstone, but make no mistake, he's always smooth. Our Q&A with Machete in the next segment, but for now, back to Street Fighter.
Tell us. Damn coward. How you came to be insulted like that. Accomplish nothing and yet to return. You had orders to kill even if you had to die.
I didn't try, but he beat me easily. He was just too good, too tough, honestly. Forgive me.
No, I can't. There's nobody that can. I'll tell you the reason. The Fire Dragon has never let down a client. Your job in Japan was to uphold its honor, not to ruin it through your cowardice.
I ask your pardon. Try to understand.
Assassination or suicide. That's the penalty.
Oh.
Mataguchi, this is all time wasted. Terry Sarugi is our enemy. On this we all agree. Call Hong Kong without delay. They must send us 1 or 2 top operators.
Right.
Wait a second. Masaoka's world renowned. He's the best there is in karate. You know that. I'm worried. Do you know what you're doing?
Who the hell are you?
Get him! Up those stairs! Up the stairs! Follow him! That way, quickly! He's after the girl! Quickly! Get him!
Who are you?
Photos do not do you justice.
Let her alone! Let her go! You have to stop. I am Tsuchida. I order you to let her go. You must stop.
Go.
Now get your director in here.
Uncle, help me.
Kendo Masaoka, I presume. I'm Terry Tsurugi. I challenge you to a match. Or are you too weak? I want this chance to show you that your garden karate is so much nonsense. And that's quite easy to do. You refuse and she's had it. That's pretty easy to do too.
Follow me. You all right?
Let go! take you one.
I give up. Enough. Fight over.
Now you'll fight me, Kendo. Come on. You try me. Try me.
Stay there.
All right.
Terry! Terry!
I remember. You said your name is Tsurugi. I knew a Raizan Tsurugi once. I first met him in China. A great karate fighter and a friend. He tried to combine Chinese boxing, Japanese karate, and hoped to create an invincible fighter. Tell me, could he be your father?
Santos!
Get away.
Santos!
Get away from here.
Please listen.
Beat it.
You think Father's a spy. He's not. So do not hurt him.
Oh, no.
You got to let him go.
You'd better shut up. Your father's a traitor, and your mother's a whore. You're no Japanese. You're a half-breed. You're scum.
Daddy! Daddy!
Listen, my son. Trust no one. You can count on no one but yourself. Improve your skill, son. Harden your body.
become the number one man. Do not ever let anyone beat you.
Terry, don't go on.
Let me take over.
All right. I see what you were driving at.
You do? It's fine then. You'll give me what I earned. You'll hire me for a special job. I can tell you that the Mafia and the Yakuza Association want to control this girl's fortune. Anyone can take this young lady to her hometown. But that's not all. You either get rid of all the punks in this, or she's still in danger. That hurts.
Huh? I'm so sorry.
Oh. I hate punks worse than anything, and I would love to see the mob destroyed. So I want to join your side.
You're one of many. We want men who are skilled and will be loyal.
Please listen. Don't do this for my sake. You mustn't consider it. Look at that. He's an animal. He couldn't protect any of us. I couldn't bear it. Oh, disgusting. He makes me sick.
You better decide. Say what you feel. You could deal with an ordinary crook, whereas Tsurugi knows they're special and is able to trap them. Consider, I know what makes those red bastards tick.
There's one thing
I would like to ask.
What is it?
When you fight, it's apparent that there's a great anger in your body. It's obvious you bear your father's fate and tragedy, smoldering within you like an eternal flame. I remember him and hope that I'm correct.
That's a load of sukiyaki. What is my father to do with this? Do you intend to hire me or not? What's your decision? Answer me.
Yours is a superior talent. And I have faith in you. Not only as a fighter, but as a man.
Good deal. You won't regret it.
What about me?
Just can't be. Terry Tsurugi beat you, eh? The Yakuza's come down. At a half-breed's hands.
He's a tough man. To let him live is taking a chance. Miss Yang can't handle it. You don't suppose I stand for a loss from that guy? Dinso, lend us a hand. I think I need some of your men.
All right, Mr. Kingstone. However, this time around, it looks as though your client is someone important.
I'll put out a big contract.
I may go to Japan myself.
Well, that's something. But the inscrutable Oriental better not screw up.
This Tsurugi fellow. I'd like to see him meet his end.
With my own eyes, Kingstone.
You know I like you.
I have a
Hello
good
there.
time, boss. Good night.
How are you?
He too old, boss.
You had a good time?
Oh, fine. I see.
Who did this? He went this way. That direction.
He went
Yuan, what did you do now?
I killed the guy who talked about the boss in a way I didn't like.
All right. Have you seen Yuan? Where did he go? Hey, you! Are you Japanese? Or are you Chinese?
Actually, he's Laotian.
He lives in the ocean.
No, he's Laotian.
So is he Chinese or Japanese?
Back to the movie.
Answer me now!
He's been hanging around here for some time now. But no one seems to know where he's from.
Is that so? Arrest him! Oh! Kinso, is this not one of your men? He better learn some manners.
So sorry. Kindly leave this man alone. Go on, just let it go, all right?
Kinso, it seems that lately, according to my information, you have not been paying respect to the law.
It is for me to say. You seem to forget in this area, I'm the law. You know that. They're all brought here recently. Well, go on now. Take your pick.
Nishi! Nishi!
Junjo!
What is this? I want to know what happened. Will you answer?
He didn't lie. And you're alive. Oh, Junjo. Then there was a point to our brother dying.
What are you saying? Ji-jun is dead.
Yes, that's right. Tsurugi killed our brother.
I didn't know.
Listen. Don't you forget what I've become. It's our brother. We've got a score to settle for him. And now there's hope. You'll avenge him.
So, your brother and sister. Coincidence, as Confucius say. Terry Tsurugi. Your enemy as he is ours.
Boss, to redeem my sister, what can I do?
It is costly.
I'll do anything you ask. Give me a job.
Do you think you could beat this Tsurugi? Do you think you could succeed? Kill him and you can take her. We'll go to Tokyo together and you can try.
I'll kill him. I'll kill Tsurugi. Now I owe it to him, Dinzo.
All right, it's about that time. Our B-Movie Banter interview brought to you by Winona's locally owned and operated Domino's Pizza. We're on a hell of a run here. We've had Bill Moseley 2 months ago, Andy Serkis in July, and now we have Danny Trejo. Of course, you know who he is. He makes about 370 movies a year and has appeared in such classics as Heat, Con Air, From Dusk Till Dawn, Anchorman, Machete, and of course, Spy Kids. I've been trying to wrangle this conversation since about last October, so it took some time, but it was worth the effort. So, like we promised, Machete don't text, but he is on the HBC B-Movie. Our B-Movie Banter interview with the one and only Danny Trejo. All right, Danny, how you doing?
What's up, homie?
Been waiting to talk to you for quite a while, so I'm quite excited about this.
Thanks, man.
All right, I'll hop right into the questions. You know, according to IMDb, you have about 27 projects that are either completed in pre or post-production or announced, of which you'll be a part. Do you ever sleep?
Yeah, I sleep on the guy.
Yeah, I've read that Heat stands out to you as the best film you've done. It's gotten you out of a few traffic tickets too, but I just wonder, what was it like getting that role and walking onto the set to work with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, Val Kilmer, John Voight, the list goes on and on. You don't strike me as the kind of cat who gets intimidated very easily, but was that intimidating at all for you?
You know what? I'm intimidated. I don't think it was. I think I was so excited. I was like so excited when I met them guys, because Michael Mann says, "Come on, I want you to meet a couple of guys you're going to work with." So I'm thinking it's going to be like, you know, the mid-range actors. I walk into, we had dinner at the Ivy, right, Santa Monica. So I walk into the back room of the Ivy, and there's Val Kilmer, Robert De Niro, Tom Sizemore, and John Voight, and I was so excited that I almost couldn't eat. And it was, you know, it was real quiet, being really cool. And then finally, I just threw down my fork and said, "Damn, I'm sorry." You know, laughing, sorry. You know, like, so they were great, man. And Robert De Niro is God. Is like he's just so disarming, you know. And Val Kilmer is just like, oh, he's my pal. You know, I mean, I'll be your Uncle Barry. I love him. You know, he's the best Western ever made. And you know, Tom Sizemore I've known for years, so we had a blast.
So how much has life changed for you since you made Machete?
Well, my mom passed away a while, but when she was alive, she started calling me Machete. And then people drive past my house. You know, I live in Mission Hills, and at the time I lived in Arleta, which was right down, you know, the street, and people would drive by, "Hey, Machete!" Stuff, you know, like that. So, and it's like everywhere I go, instead of saying, "Hey, Danny," they'll say, "Machete."
You know, it sounds like you had a humorous experience with Amber Heard while filming Machete Kills. Can you talk about that a little bit?
God, Amber Heard, she's like, you know, she's go to hell beautiful. I mean, just unbelievable. You just see her and you want to say, "Hey, I'll pull 3 armed robberies for you right now, honey." She's just gorgeous, right? And so I got a love scene with her, and
saying thank you, Jesus.
Oh God, that is.
She just took everything in stride. She's down to earth, and she's just a righteous Texas girl. And we went out to look at this car that they had built. Right? It's unbelievable, you know. And so, and the girls that were there were asking about, you know, the color and the upholstery. Amber says, "What kind of horsepower this thing got?" You know, what's that engine guy? You know, so it was like I just laughed my ass off because you don't expect a girl, especially one that looks like Amber, to say what kind of horsepower it's got.
Right. You know, in those Machete films, you've done some love scenes. I mean, we talked about her, but I mean, Jessica Alba, Michelle Rodriguez. You ever get a scowl from the wife when she's seen that on screen at premieres?
Like, that's why I'm divorced. You know what I mean? It's like, God, after you kiss Jessica Alba, you go home and leave your wife. Right? I kissed Jessica Alba 8 times. You know, we did this scene, and then my friends Mario, Max, and Craig were trying to kiss me. You have residual lips. I get away from me, but she's just beautiful, and she like just takes everything in stride. And it's funny. I got asked once in an interview, in a bar fight, who would you rather be with? Jessica Alba or Michelle Rodriguez? And I said, well, Jessica would immediately call down 911 and make sure that I wasn't hurt. Michelle would pick up a bottle and crack somebody over there. Nice. They're both great. They're both just great chicks, you know.
Yeah.
I love working with women that God worked overtime on.
You know, you talked about Robert Rodriguez a little earlier. A friend of mine and I went to see Predators at the theater. I was really stoked about the cast and the movie, and Rodriguez was behind it, particularly that you were in it. But it wasn't too long into the picture, we see you tied up in a clearing, and I'm like, oh, hell no, they're going to kill Trejo first. You know, do you have a word with Cuz on that one? You didn't want to...
So like everybody else, why did you die so quick? And the reality was, in the trades, they asked for that character, and they put badass, intimidating, like Danny Trejo. So I walked into Robert's office and, what are you talking about, man? I'm right here. Put me in that movie. Be badass and intimidating like Trejo. And Robert said, we got to finish Machete. I said, we got time. I got to. So he sent me I did that. I did. He said, well, you got to die quick because you got to come back and finish Machete. So, okay. So I went there and I did that. I loved that character. He was cool.
You know, you've said before it cracked you up on the set of Con Air watching a bunch of actors trying to act like tough guys, you know, when you are legitimately tough. So it gets me wondering, in all the films you've done, have you ever come across an actor who actually was tough and didn't just act that way?
Well, let me say this. God. It's hard. I'm not tough. I don't want to say I'm tough. But real tough guys, the last thing they'll ever do is act tough, unless the director says action.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Hollywood wants guys that can act tough. They want tough guys. And so I've seen guys go in for casting, mother, watch out, rah, 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 rah. And you know, I feel like slapping this little bitch silly. But you gotta let people do what they gotta do, you know what I mean? But really, it's like anybody that growls all the time or is, you know, they're full. You know, but be careful with a guy that's smiling and is very polite. And it's so funny because I'm gonna tell you something. In prison, in San Quentin, in Folsom, in Pelican Bay, you will find the most polite, the most easygoing people you will ever meet in your life.
Really?
Like, they will be your best friends, but they'll be your last enemy. You know what I mean? It's like in San Quentin, everybody, excuse me, I'm sorry. Hey, forgive me, sorry, man. Because, I'm a killer, you're a killer, he's a killer too. So, the last thing you want to do is be rude to a killer.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? So, so it's like when I see guys that, I think, oh my because he's going to come up. He's going to try to be tough, and I'm going to eat him.
You know, I once heard you saw in an interview. You had said that you'd never made any strides in life without the help of others. You know, having spent years of your life behind bars, what does it mean to you to have the opportunity to use your fame to speak to young people and advocate for them to not make the mistakes you did when you were younger, as so many have and continue to, so that they can lead more fulfilling lives?
Thank you. I think that is the biggest blessing in life is having somebody come up and say, thank you, man. You spoke in Juvenile Hall when I was 16. I'm 27, and I have a little family. I want to thank you. You made it. There's nothing. There's no greater joy, man. There's no greater joy. There's no greater joy than one of your kids bringing one of their friends over to your house and saying, Dad, this guy needs help. To be able to, wow, you know what I mean? Like, your kids know that, hey, that you're the guy to come do that's like, you know what I mean? That is so cool. It's like, you know, when this last divorce I went through, man, it was a heavy divorce. And I'm 65 years old. I lost everything, and I started, like, you know, almost going into depression. And it's like, I know how to get out of a depression. You know what I mean? I had about because she took everything, okay? But that's what happens in the divorce, you know?
Right.
And it's like, so you start going into depression. I got $1,000 that I had, right? And I go and I change the whole 1,000 into $5 bills. And then I go down to 5th and Main, 6th Street Wall, and I started handing out $5 bills. And for all your problems, all your depression, and you give $5 to some lady, and she starts crying that, oh my God, I can get my kid some tennis shoes for school. Thank you so much. And you think, well, my problems ain't. And my depression sucks. You know what I mean? I have the nerve to go into depression, and I got a place to live. I got family. I got people that love me. And it's like, no. It's like, you know what? Every time I hear depression, it's like, I just got to get out of yourself.
You know, moving on to a different topic now. I've seen you on Pit Bulls and Parolees. Obviously, you're an animal lover, but as an owner of 2 Pit Bulls myself, can you share with our listeners the reality of the Pit Bull breed? I mean, they're damn good dogs, aren't they?
Oh, the Pit Bulls were our first movie star dog. Petey from the Little Rascals. That was our Pit Bull dog. You know what I mean? And the reality is like if you see a mean Pit Bull, look at the owner. Right. You know, because a Pit Bull is the biggest dog that assimilates his owner's attitude. I mean, you look. I know this elderly couple that I used to know. They lived across the street. They had 2 Pit Bulls, and these things would walk with them. Right. And they'd walk slow, and it's like Pit Bulls. What they had walking slow, and they wouldn't pull because they got old people, and it's like they wouldn't. You know, so a dog. Oh, you know what? I absolutely used to. I mean, when Michael Vick came out with his God, it's like that turned me against that team. You know, how do you torture a dog, man? That there are responsibilities. They were happy running around wolves, and we brought them into our fire. You know, we domesticated them. They're our responsibility. So anybody that's treating them bad, they're one of God's creatures, man.
Right. No doubt. So what's on deck for you? What's the next big thing we can expect to see Danny Trejo in?
I got 5 dogs, okay? all mixed mutts. But God, I love them. And the only pedigree dog I have is a little Chihuahua named Whisper, and she's the meanest of all of them.
Yeah, it's always the little ones.
Yeah, what's next for me is I'm starting up a restaurant called Trejo's Tacos, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And put that in the interview. Yeah, Trejo's Tacos, and then
appreciate taking a few minutes to talk with us. Like I said, we've been trying to track you down since about last October, so this was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Hey, and I will call. Hey, call me in a couple of weeks too. Get it back in a couple of weeks, and I'll have some things that I'm doing for you.
All right, sounds good. All right, take care, Danny.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right, we're about to head back to Street Fighter, and you should remember 3 things. We are go for launch. Sonny Chiba never did graduate from the Terry Tsurugi School of Optometry, and for the love of God, keep your eye on the ball. Enjoy.
Oh, karate, a quaint exercise, and a sport too, huh? Oh, so sorry, my dear. I came here as soon as I possibly could, Miss Hammett. And Jado, our vice president, asked me to please express his condolences to you.
Mr. Bayan, thank you. Jado was to have flown here. It's strange he didn't.
Oh, yes, well, he's been much too busy. So much extra business under the circumstances. This has all been very sudden, you understand. We had to take the last plane out to Hong Kong, and he will come to meet us.
Mr. Vayan,
Yes?
these men are in our employ. They are going to accompany her, if you don't mind.
Oh, no, that really isn't necessary.
Look, we'll have to go. Matsuoka is a guardian here in Japan. The young woman's under his protection. I wouldn't worry. They're close friends of ours. Sarai knows them well. They'll stay with you till you reach your destination.
Uncle, goodbye.
Please, goodbye. It has been good to see you.
Danny, where do we follow her to? Back to a home in Cairo, would you say?
It could mean that. But guarding has only one job in my mind right now. There's a matter of money. Putting my hands on all those millions. Let's go. Get started.
Why the sudden stop? The light's green. What's going on? Huh? We're taking off. I think we're in trouble.
Hang on. That's it. Start it up.
Are you all right? I think so. This time, no. I really went too far. Daddy, where are we going? To get that bastard Mataguchi. Terry, the Mafia Yakuza are too much for just us. You fat coward. That reminds me, I'm hungry. Terry, look, we don't know what's going to be coming next. What should we do? Sweet. You mean you're scared, aren't you? Hey, laundromat closed. Listen, wait for me in the car. And keep the motor on. Right on. Junjo. Just what are you doing here?
I've been impatient to see you. I've waited a long time to settle the score.
Sorry, I've more urgent things to do right now. Don't be too impatient. I'll see you another time.
Oh, I would say that you're afraid. Tsurugi, there's someone you're seeking. I know what you're doing here. Baronara oil heiress isn't around.
Isn't she?
They took her away. She's gone to Mataguchi's house in the country. But you won't get her till you get rid of me. We'll see who wins out now. Tsurugi, there's no point in threatening to kill my sister. She'd be quite happy to die if it meant your death too.
Go on, move. Okay.
Let's get out. We are here.
I agreed to take this tour as a courtesy. You said it was business, Mr. Bayan, and I understand. I only ask that you make it as fast as you can.
Hurry, or we might miss that last plane out.
So sorry. I don't plan to leave tonight.
Then you lied to us. What's the meaning of that?
The plans I had made are no longer convenient to me. And honestly, we don't like foreigners like you constantly meddling in our affairs. Is that clear?
Bayan, how dare you say that? To such good friends. And I really insist that you apologize right now.
Well, then we don't agree. To me, they're only a couple of low-life villains out to prey on you, Miss Hammett. You can't trust the people of Japan. No matter what they say, you can't believe them.
That's enough.
Mazuoka is no exception to this. And he'd like to have his hands on your money, I guarantee you. Come on.
It's getting late, and I must go. He's blind and he's right in our way.
Shut up! Shut up! Quiet!
I'll pay you.
Oh. Thank you. I understand now. There are a lot of awful people out there. They're going to use me as bait to get to you, Mr. Tsurumi.
Ban is a traitor. Perhaps they've already killed Mr. Jared. Mr. Terumi, I don't know what to do.
Don't worry. Leave it to me. Your life is on the line now. Don't act like a spoiled lady, understand?
Yes.
Come on.
Oh, easy. Hurry! Hurry! Hurry!
Let's go! Hurry!
Listen, you two wait for me at the docks. Protect her with your life, you understand? Go!
I got it. Okay.
So you are Tsurugi. I can see you're good. My name is Din Sao. Din Sao is a Hong Kong cutthroat. Known to all here in the East as a most dangerous man. I won't use my blue dragon, however. Now stand back. You heard what I said.
Now, see here. He's the one who helped the Hammond girl escape. I want to know her whereabouts if we have to squeeze it out of him.
We can't kill him now. You're not the one to decide when it is his time to die.
Do as you like. Who cares?
Get going.
I'm so worried. They're beating Terry.
You will stay. You're not to move. I take a look and be back. Let it out. Talk. Tell us. Where is she? Well, now talk. Tell us where she is. You'll know what will happen if you don't.
Come on. Don't be stupid, Tsurugi. I think you should stop helping the Hammett girl. What's the use, eh? With us, you'd gain a lot. We'd buy your cooperation. so, we're not in a hurry. Let's play a little Russian roulette.
Daddy! Let him go! Let go of me!
Oh, that's the guy who took the girl away. I saw it.
You leave him alone! Put that thing away! Somebody could get hurt!
Now remember, there are 2 rounds. You know I won't hesitate to kill this man. Speak up, you know where Sarai is.
No!
Now, don't try to deny it.
No! I can't let him die! I'll die instead, right? What do you say?
You're not worth it.
Don't do it! Don't do it! I'll talk! I'll talk!
Silence! Shut your mouth!
Daddy!
You cannot do a thing like that. You know, we are sworn to protect you.
Daddy! I won't let you die. No, I'll tell you. I'll tell you, no. She's waiting down at the bend of the river.
Get her! Come on!
Daddy! Daddy! Daddy!
Put it down!
Dinsa, be still. Why do you start meddling again? You were already told. He has to die. We cannot let him live.
Then I'll kill him.
He's alive. Terry. 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 Oh, here we go. Here we go. Terry. Ooh, there are many health spas near here. I'll take you to one. Come on, get on my back. I'll carry you. Get on my back. Come on. Oh.
You go back to Tokyo alone.
Terry, I don't understand.
You're not a man. You're a miserable crawling cockroach. I'm not going to tie up with you again. This is really the end.
I don't understand. Terry, they were going to kill you.
You're wrong about that, my dear friend. You disobeyed all my orders. Why?
Forgive me. I promise not to disobey you again. We won't be friends any longer. I'll be your slave now. Actually, ever since you rescued me in Singapore, I would do anything in the world you asked. Forgive me. Don't leave me like this. No! Jerry!
Just forget it. I don't think you're fit for a job like this. One last suggestion. Don't cook chicken.
Daddy.
All right, we're about set for the epic conclusion of 1974's The Street Fighter. Derek, fill him in.
Well, a single tear will be shed during one of the upcoming fight scenes. I'm guessing it's because all of the dead bodies carelessly littered on the old guy's land. The inspiration for Dr. Fraser Crane makes his debut. The getaway boat borrows its engine from a helicopter, and Ivan Drago shows up and feels like, I must break you.
He's not the best killer man in the league for nothing, folks, because I got nothing. Perfect setup. So take it, Sonny, the conclusion of The Street Fighter.
Come back here. I'll kill you if you try that.
Rat nose. No. How did you get here? Daddy. Don't go. Please, let's stay together. Daddy. Excuse me. I never meant to let you down. I'm sorry. I made a mistake, Daddy. I only tried to save you. And I did.
Jado, how nice. I'm delighted to see you here.
Read that.
I, the undersigned, Miss Sarai Hamed, do hereby renounce any and all rights to Baranura Oil Company, including any and all of its affiliates, and transfer same to Abdul Jado.
And now you understand everything, yes? Baranara Oil is ours. Jado is joining our Hong Kong Association. And together they shall take charge of everything.
And now you'll sign this document, Sorai.
The fact is, I was kidnapped and all the others were killed. And now it turns out it was all your fault.
Yes, that's right. There is still one more thing. Your daddy wasn't ready to die. It required a kind soul to help him on. Well, I did it, and I can do the same for you.
That's it, young lady. And now you can sign.
I'll not sign. Go and kill me now.
Din Sao. Tsurugi is still alive. He just followed me. I gave Meng orders to stay behind and fight. And instructions to kill him, but I wonder.
Listen to me, Junjo. I was thinking about who could take over when I died. An heir who is strong like Tsurugi? Maybe. But I decided to give you a chance. You can take over my business. It's yours if you can beat him. Have a good fight.
If you know what's best, you sign this document right now.
No, I'll not sign. Kill me, and then you can take all the money, since you want it as much as that. Terry!
Hold it!
Lisa!
Hold it, I say.
Don't try to stop me.
I have a suggestion. He and Junjo are old enemies. Why not let them fight fair and square?
I would rather kill him.
If Junjo loses, I'll step in. Any objection? Did you hear Tsurugi? And it's understood. Agreed?
Oh, yes. And should I win, it's understood I want the girl.
Word of honor. It's understood. Come on. Ready?
Yes.
Terry!
Easy!
Jojo! Stab him through my
You mustn't. No, Daddy,
All right, what did you make of the Street Fighter? It's the second time we've run it. I found it spectacularly entertaining both times. Derek, how'd you like it?
I think this is a real mac and cheesy movie. It had extra Velveeta compared to our last couple of films for sure. I mean, this over-the-top flick was a blast to watch. Not only were the fight scenes pretty sweet, but the movie was also unintentionally hilarious, which is awesome. I mean, I'm hoping we can get the two other movies in this series because I hear they only get cheesier from here, which I don't believe, but we'll see. And I like me some cheesy martial arts movies.
Oh yeah, we'll unleash Return of the Street Fighter next month. Let's call it September 24th at 11 p.m. Some more Chiba coming your way. I will say, however, we haven't secured a B-Movie Banter interview for that as yet, so keep checking facebook.com/hbc.bmovie for who that will be. But until then, that's about all we got. For Derek Hart, I'm Landon Evanson asking you, have you ever heard about the one where the woman got a divorce and she wanted the first husband beat her, second husband left her, and she put out an ad talking about she wanted someone that wasn't going to run off, someone that wasn't going to beat her, and who was good in bed. So one day, doorbell rings. She goes downstairs to answer it, and there's just a guy sitting on the stoop there. He has no arms, no legs. And she says, what the hell? He said, all right, you don't have any arms, so you can't beat me. You don't have any legs, so you can't run off. But how do I know you're good in bed? And the guy looked at her and said, I rang the doorbell, didn't I? We'll see you in September.